sins as we forgive those who sin against us. Do not bring us to the test, but deliver us from evil. Amen. Good evening. Good morning, sir.
Thank you, Ma'am Sally. Good morning again. Okay. So, I hope nandito na lahat. This is our second synchronous class, by the way. So, I can see here Adrian Magay, I can see Aldrich Flores, Dorothy Verde, Emmanuel Azuela, Jesus Tumangil, Junior, Criza Lakap, Leoncio Marcaida, Mac Maruzo, Marie Antoinette, Mikey Jacar, Neil Cirillo, Peps Pascua, Rafael Gabriel, Roxana Duru, Sally Espinosa, Vanessa Balauro, Weliaris Carusa, Wilkem Yu. Okay, dumami tayo ha. Dumami ang klaseng. Okay? Ayan, may dalawa pa. Samuel Reyes and Christine.
Present, sir.
Okay. Sige po, good morning. So, lagi tayong good morning sa real estate. No? Baka sabihin niyo, balo yung prop nyo. No. Good morning lagi sa real estate. Okay, di ba Ma'am Sally? It's always good morning in
Correct.
real estate. Kapag hindi good
Parang
morning, walang benta. Pag good evening, ibig sabihin walang benta. So, it's always good
tama.
morning. Alright? So, once again, this is Professor Vincent Yanan po, ang inyong profesor, ang inyong alipin, tagapaglingkod ng bayan, sa subject po na appraisal and property management. Okay, so first thing, okay, ang ating President, Adrian Magay, marami pa ang hindi nakapag-submit ng assignment. Okay, ang assignment po natin, assignment number 1 is about appraisal report. Tama? It's all about appraisal report ni Cesar Santos, ang idol ng bayan, and also si ano po, Mr. Cuervo. Okay. So yung iba nag-message daw kay sa email ng Cuervo, yung iba naman they attempted to um, get actual appraisal reports from Sir Cesar Santos. Pero ito po ay labanan ng diskarte na lang kung paano nyo mahanap. Okay, meron pong copy sa online, meron pong makukuha pag nag-search sa Google, meron pong makukuha kapag nag-search sa Scribed, if you know that application or that website. At meron din makukuha sa mga connection. Okay, mga aso ko po ay nagre-recite. Ayan. And of course, sino pa po ang hindi nakapag-submit ng kanilang assignment number 1? Okay, Leoncio, bakit hindi ka pa nakakapag-submit? Sige nga po. O sige, let's give the chance sa iba na hindi nakakapag-submit pa. Okay, simulan natin kay Mr. Leoncio. Bakit po?
Wala pa ako, sir, nakukuha sa internet, sir, na appraisal report. Yeah, wala pa po ako nakikita.
Okay. Sige. Basta yung nakapag-submit, 1.0 and 1.25 na ha, sa paglipas ng araw. Okay, Sir Noe, Sir Attorney Roxanne, wala pa po kayo nasasubmit?
Yes, sir. Wala pa po because I tried emailing them, both Corvo and Sesson. There's no reply from them actually. And then because of that, I instructed someone to go personally at Sesson. But they said that the appraisal report is confidential. I also
Okay.
tried to search the internet, but to no avail, sir.
Okay, no problem. Sige po, so that's assignment number 1. So I'm extending it until next week. Alright, sige po. Ha? Pero yung mga nakapag-submit na 1.0, 1.25 ha? Congratulations. Anyway, question, why do we have appraisal and what is appraisal all about? Bakit ba kasi kailangan mag-appraise? Okay, let's ask Rafael Gabriel. Rafael Gabriel, bakit kailangan ng appraisal? Pwede namang bumili na lang tayo ng property, 10 million. Pwede namang ibenta ko, pagising ko, okay, gusto ko ibenta yung property ko ng 3 million. Pagkagising ko, biglang yun ang gusto ko. So, pwede namang gano'n na lang. Pwede namang magtanong na lang ako sa mga kamag-anak ko, sa tingin ninyo, magkano natin ito ibibenta? O, magdasal tayong lahat, okay? At pagising natin kinabukasan, malalaman na natin, 5 million natin ibibenta. Ganun ba yun? So, what is the very significance and what kind of help can appraisal provide to us, practitioners and clients? Raf, go.
Okay sir, sa akin kasi on my own opinion, um, appraisal is very important kasi for us to know the value of the property. So makikita po natin doon kung ano yung exact amount of the property, kung ito po ba ay sellable or hindi po, depending on the physical structure po dun sa dun sa property na po na ibebenta. For my own opinion po, sir.
Okay, perfect. How about Adrian Magay? Bakit kailangan natin yung appraisal? Okay, Adrian Magay, bakit kailangan natin ng appraisal?
Hi sir, good morning po. In my own idea din sir, no, tulad ng sabi ni Sir Rapo kanina, para malaman mo din kung ano yung true market value ng property na gusto mong ibenta or gusto mong bilhin. Tapos taxes sir. Malalaman mo yung mga taxes, kung ano-ano yung every aspects ng property na ibebenta mo or bibilhin mo is alam mo kung magkano yung value. Yun lang po, thank you.
Sir, nakamute ka po.
Okay, Sir Sam Reyes, what is the significance of appraisal? Ano bang may tutulong nito sa ating mga practitioners and also to our clients? Sir Sam Reyes, Samuel Reyes, please.
Good evening to everyone. Ay, good morning po.
Good morning,
I think
sir. Yes, po.
we need appraisal so that we can negotiate the with the buyer and the seller the nearest possible value of a property, so that in that case it is possible for them to close the deal.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much po. So, tama po yung mga sagot ninyong lahat, ha? And also, wala pong maling sagot. Laging tama yan. No? Depende kasi it's always subjective in nature, yung ating pong mga sagot. Anyway, what is appraisal? Okay, so nakikita niyo po ba ang aking projections? Okay, let me know. I've shared my screen. Okay, so appraisal is what? An estimate of value as of a given time and for a specific purpose. Okay? Ma'am Sally, nakikita niyo po ba yung screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay, perfect.
Shall I read, sir? Okay.
Okay, very clear. I hope it's clear. My audio is clear, my video is clear, my presentation is clear. Everything is clear. Make sure. Sayang eh. Okay po, no? So hanggang alauna po tayo. Okay, so appraisal is an estimate of value, Sir Wilkim, Sir Rafael, Sir Samuel. It's an estimate of value, meaning to say, hindi laging tama ang appraisal. You get it, Ma'am Sally? Hindi laging tama ang appraisal at hindi laging exact and accurate ang appraisal because it's just what? An estimate. Tama ba? It's just an estimate. And even if ang gumawa ng appraisal report is a top-notcher appraiser, it doesn't mean na yun din ang lalabas na value pag iba ang nag-appraise. Do you get it? For example, si Ma'am Sally in-appraise niya ito. License appraiser si Ma'am Sally, ang appraisal niya sa building is 100 million. Pero nang in-appraise si Sir Samuel Reyes, 70 million. Is it possible magkaiba ang appraisal ng dalawang Rhea? Answer is yes.
Yes.
Okay? It's possible na magkaiba ang appraisal ng dalawang appraisers. And is it wrong? The answer is no. Because appraisal is only an estimate of value. Okay? And the effectivity of the appraised value is during the time of the last inspection. Kung kailan siya huling binisita ng appraiser together with the engineer or other experts na hina-hire or kinokolab ni appraiser, that is the only time the appraised value is effective. Hindi mo pwedeng sasabihin na appraised value ngayong October 15, 2023, pag dumating ang next year, October 15, 10 million pa rin yan or 100 million? No. Because the appraised value is what? Effective on the date of the last ocular. Nakuha po ninyo? Kaya gagawa kayo ng appraisal report. That's why I'm telling this to you. Now, bakit nag-a-appraise? Sabi kanina, para ma-negotiate. Sabi kanina, para mabigyan ng magandang halaga, value, property. And that is correct. Depende kung anong purpose ng appraisal. Napupunta ka ng bangko. Anong gusto mo? Mataas na appraised value or mababa? Sige nga, tanungin nga natin. Miss Dorothy. Okay, Miss Dorothy. Ang gamit ng appraisal mo ay bangko. Anong gusto mo kaya? Dahil bangko yan. Mataas o mababang value, please. Miss Dorothy.
Mataas. Hi, sir. Good morning po. Mataas na value po.
Bakit?
Sir,
Bakit kailangan mataas?
Kasi po, lagi silang parang conservative yung nila, appraisal nila. Kaya po, sana mataas. Para mas mataas talaga yung value sa nung property.
So meaning to say, kaya gusto mong mataas ang value ng property sa bangko para mailabas ang mas mataas na loan. Tama ba?
Yes, sir. Tama
Okay.
po.
So in reference to the bank, you want higher appraised value. Okay. Let us ask naman, how about pag ikaw naman ay buyer? Okay. Mr. Michael Maruzo, Mr. Michael, ikaw ay buyer at ipinapa-appraise mo ang binibili mong property. Okay? Pinapa-appraise mo ang binibili mong property, Mr. Michael Maruso. Bakit? At anong gusto mong mangyari sa market value? Kung ikaw ang buyer, go please. Kung ikaw ang buyer, anong gusto mong mangyari sa appraised value?
For me is to get the fair value and reasonable price lang, sir.
Yeah, but you are the buyer. Take note. Higher, lower? What? What do you think? Let's talk about this practically. You're a buyer.
The lower is the better, sir, pag buyer.
Okay. In reference to the buyer naman, kasi nga bibilin mo siya, gusto mo, mababa muna ang appraised value niya versus sa selling price ni owner. Tama? Kasi ma-justify mo, oh, this is the report. Ang sabi sa report, 10 million. Ibinibenta mo ng 20 million. Ang laki ng discrepancy, no? Ibinibenta mo, Mr. Seller, Mr. Owner, ng 12 million. And the appraisal report tells us it's only 9 million. As the buyer, gusto mo 9 million lang. Bakit? Appraised value 9 million. Papayag ka ba? Mas mataas sa 9 million? Ibebenta mo yan in the future, i-resell mo yan. Tama ba? Okay. Last, kung ikaw naman po ay seller, let's ask Sir Jesus Tumangil, seller ka. Anong gusto mong value na lalabas sa appraisal report?
Sir, for me as a seller, gusto ko mataas po yung appraised value, syempre, para malaki din yung ibibigay ni bank po sa akin. Compare po dun sa in-appraise po na lower. So,
Okay,
much
perfect.
better sa sa higher value.
Yes. Maliban dyan sa sinasabi mo nga, Sir Jesus, na gusto mo kay bank, for example, hindi ka na magbabank ibibenta mo. So meaning to say, as a seller, gusto mo mas malaki yung value kasi ipapakita mo sa buyer mo, oh, 100 million ito as per appraisal report ni Vincent Gianan. Buy my property at 100 million.
Seller, sir, mas good pa rin po ako dun sa high price kasi I'm the owner. So ayaw ko naman na yung property ko bibilhin lang siya ng lower value. So sa seller kasi, sir, is tayo yung masunod as a seller dun sa presyo.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. Now you see that appraisal is only an estimates. There is no perfect appraisal, so to speak. And depending on who the appraiser is, ang ating pong appraised value will vary. And it is just normal that there will be different appraised values. Do you get it? So do not question. Kapag in-appraise ni John Paras, 12 million. In-appraise ni Vincent Gianan, 1 million na lang layo. There's no problem because, again, appraisal is only an estimation of value. Do you get it? And depending nga kung anong purpose niyan. And of course, effective lang yan kung kailan yung last inspection or ocular na ginawa ng appraiser together with the experts collaborating with him. Okay? It is the process of valuation, systematic, analytical. Okay? You record all the facts. Okay? And never ever appraise without prior ocular. Never ever issue an appraisal report, lalong-lalo na if the property is luma, lalong-lalo na if the property is binabaha yung area, if ang building ay marami ng mga dilapidation, medyo complicated ang property, never ever issue an appraisal report without personal inspection. Do you get it? Without personal inspection, paano mo masasabi, Mr. Michael Maruso, na ang property ay 12 million? How will you justify it if you do not see the property firsthand? Ay, according to my appraisal report, the property is 12 million because hindi ko alam basta 12 million. How will you justify in your report that the property is worth 12 million without you personally seeing and inspecting it? Do you get it? It's very important that the appraiser did an actual inspection. All right? At take note, marami pong pressure sa appraisal, lalong-lalo na po, kapag ang kliyente mo ay bubudulin ka. Okay? Vincent Gianan, kailangan ko 1 billion ang appraised value dahil iutang ko yan sa Union Bank. Ha! Ang hirap naman nun, ma'am. My license is at stake. Okay, Vincent, I will pay you 500 million. Basta gawin mong 10 billion ang appraised value. Ha! Okay, ma'am, noted. Ganun ba? Where is the integrity of the appraiser? Where is your competence? I remember when I had my second appraisal, kakapasa ko lang po sa board exam, at naggagalit sa akin ang kliyente ko. Okay? Nagagalit sa akin ng kliyente ko dahil ang baba daw ng appraised value ko. Now, sabi ko sa kliyente ko, I apologize po, madam. I know you paid me for my professional fee, but that is the only value of your property. Di ko lang masabi, binabaha ang property mo, day. Sira-sira na ang bubong mo, day. Sasabihin mo sa akin na taasan ko ang value ng property mo? And you're bribing me para taasan ko ang appraised value mo? Kung 1 billion sana ang bribery mo, tatanggapin ko. Pero kung 10,000 lang, balik ko sa'yo. Sayang ang lisensya ko, day. Pinaghirapan ko, day. Okay, I'm telling you the things that are happening sa actual practice po. May mga kliyente po na ibabribe kayo para taasan ang appraised value. Nakuha po ninyo? Okay, for example, Sir Peps Pasqua, kung ikaw ang nasa sitwasyon at ganun ang gagawing pressure sa iyo ng kliyente, what will you do? Code of ethics to. Okay, Sir Peps, take it away.
Kung ganun sir talaga, kailangan ibibigay ko yung I have to be I don't want to compromise my license. Kung ano yung lumabas na appraised value, yun yung i-insist ko sa aking client kasi otherwise yung license ko naman ang mako-compromise.
Okay, so at the end of the day, what will you do? Given that you are pressured, that there is something in the mind of your client na kailangan mong dayain yung appraised value ng property signed up for, or what will you do in the middle of the transaction, please?
Kung ako sir, I will have to...
Anong gagawin mo, sir?
I will give my client an option. Kung iti-take niya yung appraisal ko, or kung hindi naman, then I will have to stand with my principal.
Okay, perfect. Meaning to say, it's better to what? Exit from the engagement.
Yes, sir.
Tama?
Yes,
You do
sir.
not continue anymore. Tama? You
Yes,
will
sir.
cautiously quit from the engagement. Pero it doesn't mean hindi kayo babayaran ng fee. Okay, may certain fee pa rin babayaran. Kasi depende po yan ha. Okay, as to fees ng appraisal, you have acceptance fee and you also have the entire appraisal fee. Lalo na kapag Cuervo ka, lalo na kapag ikaw ay Cesar Santos, mga batikan na appraiser na yan. Bago pa lang niya tanggapin yan, magbabayad ka muna ng acceptance fee, parang lawyer yan. Okay? So depending on that, no? So para kung ako naman, they still have to pay the acceptance fee kasi sinayang nila ang oras mo. Tama? O di wag nila bayaran yung appraisal fee, no problem. Pero acceptance fee, they pay it. They wasted your time. They get it? Know your worth. As an appraiser, you should know your worth. Hindi naman kailangan na sobrang dami mo nang in-appraise para malaman yung worth mo. Basta alam mo yung ginagawa mo, so you continue with your appraisal and sabi nga natin, depende na yan sa'yo kung mabibili ang kaluluwa mo bilang isang appraiser. Okay po? So thank you so much, Sir Peps. Let's proceed with the presentation here. Appraisal does not create value, but observes and interprets forces which creates value. Okay po? So, napakalinaw po nito ha. Appraisal does not create value but observes and interprets forces which create value. Pag-aaralan pa rin po natin sa klaseng to, what are the factors or what are the forces that creates value? Can you give me one? What are the forces or the factors that create value? Sige nga, wild guess, kasi wala sa presentation to. Randomly, can we
Location, sir.
ask... Okay, Mr. Leoncio,
Location,
what
sir.
are the factors that creates value?
Location, sir.
Okay. Yes, it is. Yeah, it has. How about the others? Sino ang gusto magsalita? Sige lang, mag-on lang kayo.
Sir, may I speak?
Ano pa kaya ang
Hello?
nagkikreate? Adrian Magay,
Sir,
please.
zoning.
Quality and
Hello?
condition. Proper
Okay,
design.
attorney. Sige, attorney muna. Attorney Roxanne.
Zoning
Sige,
classification.
attorney. Go.
Zoning classification, sir, of the property. And
Okay,
then,
So, yung mga ano na yan, yung mga technical.
yes, and then the business
Okay,
climate.
That's noted.
within
That's
the
noted.
designated.
Thank you. Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you. Noted. How about Neil? Neil Cerilo.
Environmental factors, sir.
Okay,
Yes.
Neil, are you there?
Hello.
Okay,
Environmental factors, po, sir.
All right, sige. Okay, sige po. Naka-turn on ba ang camera ng lahat? Bakit parang ako ang naka-turn on? Ano kaya kung minusan natin lahat ng walang mga camera? 'Di ba? Kanina nagrereklamo si Sir John Paras, unti lang daw naka-turn on ang camera. Okay? Paki-turn on po ang camera ha, dahil ang pagmumukha ko ang nakikita ko, wala akong ibang nakikita. May kausap ba akong mongoloid o tao? Okay? So once again ha, what are the factors that affects value? Factors that affect value, you have DUST. Summarize na po ito. Okay? Summarize. You have that demand. Okay? Demand. You have the utility.
Scarcity.
You have the S. What's S? Scarcity.
Transferability.
And then lastly, letter T, transferability. Okay? Tama? Transferability. Tama ba spelling? Double R ability. Okay, mahina po ako sa spelling ha. So we have the different factors or forces that affect value, demand. Pag may demand, mataas ang value. Tama? Tumataas ang value. For example, may bago diyang condo na tinayo, mga estudyante. Di ba? Kaya nag-push yan dahil nag-feasibility study and there's demand. So there's value. Kung walang magre-rent, kung walang bibili dyan, there's no demand. Walang value masyado. Utility, may gamit. Tama, may gamit. So may silbi siya, kaya may halaga siya. Kasi kung wala siyang silbi, wala siyang halaga. These are the factors that create value. Ibig sabihin, in the first place, bakit yung property magkakaroon ng halaga? Kailangan may demand, kailangan may gamit, kailangan scarce, finite. Kasi kung overflowing yung properties, kung infinite ang properties, maraming pagbibilan, bababa ang value niyan, wala na halos value niyan dahil unlimited pala. Okay? Like gold. Diba? Scarce po ang production ng gold. As a matter of fact, life-threatening. Kaya mataas ang halaga niya because of scarcity. And also transferability. In the parlance of real estate, when we say transferability, kailangan po malinis ang titulo niyan. Kailangan po pwede mo siyang i-dispose, i-alienate. That's the meaning of transferability in the parlance of real estate. Kaya may value siya. Oh, mabibenta ko pala siya soon. Malinis ang titulo, madidispose ko siya. Transferable siya. Therefore, may value siya. Kasi kung yan, rights lang, at ang tagal-tagal i-declare ng gobyerno, i-award na pwede ng patituluhan at sa taong bayan na yan, mas mababa ang halaga niya. O baka wala pang ang bibili niyan. Katulad sa may Makati. I used to live in Afcobay. Kung familiar po kayo sa mga embo-embo. Alam niyo po yung mga embo-embo na naging tagig na ngayon? Okay? Yung mga area sa Makati, dispute between Taguig City and Makati City. Okay? Nakatira po ako dyan sa squatters area, doon po sa may mga embo-embo at meron pong part doon sa Comembo na rides lang hanggang sa dineclare na po ng PGMA na pwede na pong i-process ang pagpapatitle. Noong mga time po na hindi pa po yun nagiging ganon, ang bababa po ng halaga ng mga lupa doon. Nakita niyo po, wala nga ho na ibibenta doon dahil nga ang mga tao ay wala namang tituluyan. Do you see? So what are the factors that affect value? Dust, demand, utility, scarcity, and transferability. Okay po? Okay, may questions dito. Sasagutin ko lang, ha? Provides an objective value. Okay. Paano, sir, masasabing fair yung appraised value? The only time that it can be reasonably fair is when you follow the standards. Okay po? The only time we can say that the appraisal has been made in accordance with the Philippine Valuation Standards or the International Valuation Standards, masasabi natin na ito pong appraisal report na to ay fair. Sumunod siya sa standards. Okay, for example lang ha, huwag natin masyadong i-highfalutin ngayon, ma-overwhelm kayo. Paano mo masasabi na sinunod mo ang cost approach? For example, okay, nagkaroon ka ng estimation ng land and dinagdag mo ang depreciated value ng structure. Okay? And take note, may mga different depreciation methods. At kailangan sinunod mo kung paano i-depreciate ang isang property based on the standard. O sasabihin ng appraiser, I follow the Philippine Valuation Standards accordingly. Then we can say that the appraisal is fair. You always have to tell sa mismong appraisal report mo that the report has been made in accordance to the Philippine Valuation Standards. Okay? I'll show you one of my appraisal report medyo sa susunod na araw. Gusto ko muna makita nyo yung report ng ibang tao para ma-compare ninyo. Okay? Next, let's proceed. Gising pa po ba? Let us differentiate the appraiser versus assessor. Okay? Pag sinabi po nating appraiser and assessor, pareho lang po yan. Generally, pareho lang yan. Why am I saying na pareho lang yan? Pareho pong REA ang license niyan. Pansin po ninyo, you cannot be an appraiser if you do not have the REA license. Same goes with the real estate assessor. You cannot occupy the position if you are not what? A real estate appraiser possessing the PRC license. You can be an OIC. In the meantime, pansamantala, itinalaga ka doon ng mayor o sino man po ang head of state. Pansamantala. But you cannot be a full-fledged assessor if wala kang lisensya na REA. Kaya nga ang dami pong mga assessor na nag-aaral ng real estate management kasi kailangan nila ang lisensya. What differs is that ang appraiser po is not employed in the government. What is the goal of the appraiser? The goal of the appraiser is to provide an objective fair market value of the property or better off with market value. Mas okay yun kaysa fair market value kasi ang fair market value, mas magandang term gamitin sa assessor kasi meron silang schedule of fair market value. Okay, mamaya pag-uusapan natin soon, baka hindi na kaya ng oras, ano bang ibig sabihin ng market value, ano bang ibig sabihin ng mga salvage value, ano bang ibig sabihin ng mga synergistic value. Those are all valuations under the standard. And what's the definition of market value? Depende kung sino nagde-define. American Appraisers, RICS, IVS, PVS. Okay? Depende po yan kung sino nagde-define. By the book, kung anong definition. Sa board exam, pag appraiser exam, by the book. Kaya pag nag-by the book po tayo sa appraisal exam, kung anong sinabi sa libro, yun po ang sagot. Okay? Kasi in preparation of the board exam. Hindi siya subjective. It has to be objective. Kung anong sabi sa libro, yun ang sagot. Ganon kasi ang board exam. Hindi mo pwedeng ilaban sa PRC na, based on my experience, ganito. No. Huwag mo ipilit. Kaya ka babagsak. Kaya magkakamali ka. The moment you take the board exam, by the book, theoretical. Okay? Take it from me. Marami na po tayong mga estudyante na nag-top. Tinuruan ko sila kung paano mag-top. Dahil, take it from me, galing po sa libro. Hindi po pwede na yung iyong na-experience ang ipipilit mo. Board exam is all about by the book, theoretical. Okay po? So what is the goal of the appraiser? Once again, to provide an objective market value of the property as of a specific date for a specific purpose. How about the assessor? For taxation purposes, for real property tax due, for familiar purposes. Nag-appraise ang gobyerno, hindi doon nag-end. Parehong nag-appraise ang appraiser at assessor. Pero si appraiser, nag-end na siya sa market value calculation or sa market value estimation. Tapos na ang trabaho ng isang appraiser kapag na-ascertain niya na ang market value ng property, and that's it. You can issue the report, sign it. Pero ang assessor hindi natatapos doon. Magko-compute pa yan ng assessed value, magko-compute pa yan ng real property tax due para ipamudmud sa mga tao, sa lipunan, ito ang amilyar mo. Do you get it? Parehong nag-a-appraise, pareho ng lisensya, pero ang end goal magkaiba. Okay po? Let's proceed. Hindi po ako galit ha, gutom lang. Okay. Question, what is the difference between real estate, real property, personal property? Ganito po ha, for board exam purposes, kapag sinabi na it's the surface of the earth, yung soil, okay, yung naturally occurring, yung raw, land yun. Pag sinabi na may improvement, yung land mo, in-improve mo. Nilagyan mo ng mga kung anik-anik, pinatag mo, binuldoser mo, sinemento mo. That's improvement. Whether improvement is natural or artificial, generally speaking, it's an improvement. And the moment land is improved, it is no longer land per se, but real estate. The moment land is improved, whether artificially or naturally, it becomes real estate. The term for board exam purposes is real estate. And the moment there is interest, rights, benefits, you have the right to possess, you have the right to dispose, you have the rights to the fruits of the property, nagkaroon ng rights, interest, and benefits, hindi na lang po real estate ang tawag doon. It is now called real property. I'll just type in ha, pagkakaiba ng land. Labasin sa board exam, real estate, real property. Mamaya po kayo mag-raise ng hand ha, kasi ang ating oras ay 1 hour lang. Hinintay ko pa ang reply ni Attorney Nash. And personal property is tangible, movable items, objects permanently attached to the real estate. The moment po na ang personal property ay na permanently attached to the real property, it becomes part of it. Therefore, it's considered a fixture and therefore real property na siya. Okay? Saka natin pag-usapan yung test of fixture, whether that personal property will form part of the real property or mananatili siyang trade fixture. Sa susunod na po yung pag-uusapan. Okay po? So once again po, we're talking about appraisal pa din. Dumadaan-daan lang tayo sa ibang mga terminologies and concepts. Okay po? Ito po yung sinabi kong characteristics of value, factors that create value, demand, utility, scarcity, transferability, single R lang pala siya. Okay? Hindi siya double R. How about the forces that affect value? Ibig sabihin po nitong forces that affect value, may halaga na po ang property. In the first place, 10 million na siya. For example, that house and lot, 10 million na siya. But how is that 10 million going to be affected, whether positively or negatively, because of these forces that affect real estate values? Social factors, political factors, economic factors, physical factors. Marikina, for example, ang daming property dyan, Diyos ko, na binibenta. Okay, paborito. Baluarte ang Marikina ni Mr. Cesar Santos, may idol in appraisal. Sa kanya ko natuto, pati mga litigation appraisal, lahat. Sobrang galing talaga niyan. 30 years in service and in practice. Diba? Kabisado niya na kung paano mag-appraise ng mga dinadaanan ng mga DPWH, yung mga dinadaanan ng National Grid. Kasi rate ng government. O late si Richard Viteño ha. Dami natin ngayon na 27 na. Last time 18 lang tayo. Okay, may nag-enroll pa pala. Okay po. Social factors, political factors, economic factors, physical factors, ang taas ng value sa area. Nandun pala nakatira yung mga politiko. 'Di ba? For example, dito sa Dasmariñas, Cavite po, dito sa area kung saan nakatira yung mayor ng Dasmariñas City, improve, ang ganda ng daan, ang lalawak. O, 'di ba? Taas ng market value ng mga property, kaya dito ko bumili. Nagawa na ang Villar City. Ang Evia, malapit, ang daming mga mall. Dito ako bumili kasi maraming ongoing progress. 'Di ba? Minsan bibili ka ng property hindi dahil improve na yung area ngayon eh. You can see that the property has a potential 5 years from now, it will become a mega city or it will become a super duper improved area. Maraming commercial establishments, may mga industrial proposals, 'di ba? Sometimes mag-buy ka lang early pero alam mo yung potential ng area, ng property. That's why you're buying it now. Okay, mahirap kasi minsan wala kang budget. Mamimili ka sa area na gusto mo sa Alabang, may pera ka, mayaman ka ba? Alabang ka agad. Improve na doon, di ba? Mataas na ang value ng property. Kung noon ka sana bumili doon, ay di nakinabang ka ngayon. Increment in value. Kaya nga minsan, okay din mag-invest sa property na may potential pa lang. Hindi yung improve na mas mura. Iaral mo, okay? Ipa-appraise mo. Yun min sagot. Pa-appraise mo yan. Kasi sasabihin minsan sa report nila that there is a potential commercialization in the area. Okay? Nasa appraisal report minsan yung justification kung bakit ganito ang value niya. Okay po? Now, I'll share to you. I hope you're seeing the screen, ha? I'll share to you yung atin pong canons. Okay? Can you type in the chat box if you can still see yung akin pong mga dinidiscuss? Can you type in number 1, please? Can you type in number 1? Okay, can you type in number 1 in the chat box kung nakikita nyo? Canons of conduct. Okay, perfect. Sagutin natin si Emmanuel. Can a market value be equal to appraised value? Sometimes. Okay, sometimes, but not always. Okay, ayan po. So please look at the projected material. Okay? This is the prescribed format of PRBRES. Okay po. Sabi niya, Sir Vincent, paano ba ako makakagawa ng isang magandang appraisal report? Paano po, Sir Vincent, masasabi? Okay, 15 minutes na lang po tayo ha kasi mag-extend na naman. Okay? Paano ko po ba masasabi, Sir Vincent, na maganda ang appraisal report ko? Okay, it depends on how your write-up is. Maganda ba ang grammar mo? Perfect ba? Pangalawa, yung layout mo, yung colors ng ng prints mo, yung mga margin. Okay, saan mo ilalagay yung appraisal report mo? Stapler mo lang ba? O ilalagay mo sa magandang folder? Present mo ba yan orally? Magaling ka ba mag-present sa kliyente pag pinag-oral ka? Answer yes or no, depende sa iyo. O sir, hindi pa ako magaling mag-oral. Mag-ano lang po written. O di submit mo lang, huwag ka na magsalita. Ang ganda sana ng report mo, pero nag-oral ka na, ano ba yan? Hindi pala marunong mag-present. Do you get it? So, what I'm showing to you now, class, is the prescribed format of the appraisal report, a standard template given by PRBRES, Professional Regulatory Board of Real Estate Service. Ito daw po ang dapat na format ng appraisal report sa Pilipinas. Sir Vincent, bakit hindi naman yan yung format na ginagawa ni Cuervo at Cesar? Wala tayong magagawa kasi may sarili silang format. Now, Sir Vincent, ano pong gagamitin kong format? Nasa iyo na yan. Basta I'll show you the formats that are available now. Okay, let's show you the format ha. Scroll ko lang. Okay, ito po ang format ng appraisal report. Bibigyan ko kayo ng copy niyan. Okay, so for example, the certification part. Okay, this is an example of certification part ng appraisal report. Sinasabi mo dito na lahat ng nalalaman ng report mo ay true and correct. Sinasabi mo dito na mga opinion lamang ang mga ito based dun sa facts na ibinigay sa iyo ng owner/seller of the property. Okay? At wala kang interest sa property. General rule for examination purposes. By the way, preliminary exam is written, midterm is written, final exam po ninyo is an appraisal report, oral appraisal report sa harap ng mga evaluator, face-to-face. Kung hindi mo talaga kaya mag-face-to-face, wala akong magagawa. Decision mo yan. Pero mas maganda mag-face-to-face. Trust me. Pag nakapag face-to-face oral appraisal ka, para ka na ring licensed appraiser. Ayaw mo ba yun? First term mo pa lang, confident ka na. Wow! Para ka ng appraiser. At pag nakuha mong lisensya, confident ka na. Pagka-graduate mo, pagkapasa mo ng board exam, kaya mo nang mag-issue ng report. Huwag niyong pagdamutan yung sarili niyo sa quality learning. Porket sinasabing online ng Gardner College, online ng buong buhay mo, online. Pag-graduate mo, bagsak ka naman sa board exam. Kakatipid mo. Ayaw mo sa face-to-face. Nagmamadali ka lagi sa klase. O pagdating ng board exam, bagsak ka. Kahihiyan ka pa ng Gardner. Do you get it? I'm not discriminating those who are always online, but my point here is if the teacher is the one na magpo-propose na mag face-to-face, pabigyan nyo. Para sa inyo yan, hindi naman para sa akin. Ikayayaman ko ba pa nag face-to-face kayo? Ikakayaman ba ni Prof. Nash? Ikakayaman ba ni Sir John Paras? 'Di ba? Hindi naman ikayayaman ng pagtuturo. Walang pera dito. What we want is bigyan kayo ng future, pumasa kayo sa board exam. Tapos makakatanggap pa kami reklamo, may teacher na puro face-to-face. Oh, okay, that's a valid reason. Pero imagine yung sacrifice ng teacher sa'yo, face-to-face ka. Ang liit naman ang sahod niya. Okay, I hope you're getting my point. Okay? Anyway, let's go back to the slide. Ito po ang sample ng atin pong certification. Bibigyan ko kayo ng copy nito, huwag kayong mag-alala. Okay? Okay, so yan. Blah, 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 blah. Sa certification portion ng appraisal report, you put your full name and signature. Okay? You affix your signature, your full name, and you affix your signature. You are independent. You are an independent licensed real estate appraiser. License number, PRC ID number, blah, blah. Almost same naman yan. PTR number, professional tax receipt. Pag kayo nagbabayad po sa LGU, okay, may resibo yon, may number yon, at may date yon. IPO number nyo, wag nyo na muna isipin kasi magulo pa ang IPO ng real estate. Okay, saka na natin pag-usapan yung IPO kahit wala na yan. Next, independent narrative, general, blah, blah, blah. Kailan daw po, blah, blah. Located saan, kailan in-appraise. Term market value, depende sa'yo kung gagayahin mo. Pwede mong i-copy-paste na yan. And then ito po yung ating mga title, encumbrances, details, you can put there, blah, blah, blah. Okay? Location ng property and identification, anong sukat, TCT number, although pwede nang ilagay din doon. And then dito, located saan, blah, blah. Depende sa'yo kung anong gusto mo ilagay dyan. Pagandahan tayo ng report. Land data, okay? Yung mga boundaries niya, alam niyo naman yung mga degrees. Anyway, matututunan niyo yan soon. Neighborhood, ano ba? Squatter ba paligid niyan? Dalawang SM ba? May Robinsons ba dyan? May bangko ba? May palengke ba? May Jollibee ba? May McDo? Okay, blah, blah, blah. Okay, sa assessor, tingnan mo ngayon yung tax deck, di ba? Punta ka doon, tingnan mo kung ano yung declared fair market value doon. Pwede mo rin ilagay yun, by the way. Pwede mo ilagay yun sa report mo. You know, all the things that you can do to justify how did you come up with 10 million, how did you come up with 2 million, with 100 million, you have to justify. When you do a report, para kang nagtuturo sa estudyante o para kang nagle-lecture sa mga kliyente mo na, okay, the estimated market value of your property is 13 million. The reason why it's 13 million is because the location is blah, the size is blah, blah. The property is depreciated for 10 years and this is the current market value of the property. Binabaha ang kalye, second to the road kung saan dadaan sa property. Merong ongoing na skyway. You know, all the factors. That's why you need to do ocular. Ikaw mismo, hindi staff mo. Ako po, when I do appraisal report, yung staff ko, ang taga-write up ko. Kasi bakit? Yung template ko yun eh. I-edit niya na lang, lagay square meter, lagay TCT number, tax declaration, PIN, di ba? Ilalagay ko sinong owner, ilalagay kung ano yung mga, how do you call that? Yung mga descriptions, madali na yun eh. Mag-Google Map ka lang, mag-Google Earth ka lang, ilagay mo lang yon. Yung staff ko na gumagawa nun and I'm paying my staff, gawin mo yan. Pero when I do my calculation, how did I come up with 13 million? And yung mga butal-butal, kung paano ko nag-adjust, dahil may baha,
Sir, nawala.
Sir, nakamute ka po.
Ayun na. May sounds. Check.
Nawala po.
Okay, we're all back now.
Okay.
Are we all back? Okay, perfect. Yun po, medyo baka magreklamo na po ang susunod na teacher. Kung ako lang sana ang last subject nyo, hanggang alauna tayo. Kaso hindi eh. Na-sandwich yung schedule ko eh. So maswerte kayo. Kasi nung time nila Madam Vines, yung time nila, hanggang 2:00 ako nagkaklase. Kaso ngayon hindi pwede kasi may next teacher. Okay po. Any question? Sige, the floor is yours. Dami ko na yatang sinabi. Okay.
A
Rafael
question.
Gabriel.
Sir, question.
Sige, si Rafael mo.
Okay.
Raf, yes.
Yes, sir. Wala naman po. Walang question.
Pakibaba
Very
yung kamay
informative
mo.
naman.
Ibaba mo yung kamay mo.
Ay,
ha?
sorry.
Okay. Ma'am Sally, please. You may unmute now. Yeah, click unmute. Yeah, please click unmute, Ma'am Sally. You're muted.
Yeah, sorry.
Alright. Sige po.
Is there any percentage of increase as to the market value per square meter of a property? For instance, 30 years ago, you bought the property for 1,000 per square meter. And this currently, the price seems to be about 20,000 per square meter. Is it safe to say that there is no such thing as ceiling in writing the appraised value as to the per square meter of the property
Okay.
as to soil or land?
Okay, perfect. That's a good observation, ma'am. That is why the competency of the appraiser is very important. Is the appraiser going to rely with the values of property surrounding the subject property? How are you going to justify the increase? Show us the proof of increase. It is easy to say verbally, the brokers sometimes are creating increases in value. Diba? Salitaan ng mga broker, okay, prove to me that there is or there are or there were actual transactions that transpired proving na talagang 20,000 yan. Those properties being sold, actual sold. We call them sales data, no? Actual transactions, at least 2 or 3. We call them comparables. Yung mga property na yun na ibenta actually, comparables. Quality yan. Within 6 months to 1 year, dapat hindi pwedeng 5 years ago na nabenta. Recent data. Then, you put it in the report, actual transactions, the value, the sales prices of those will be used as comparables, which will justify yung sinasabi natin. So nakadepende sa iyo yan as appraiser. How will you prove to us na talagang may increase na gano'n?
Yeah, because currently the engineers who seem to be the contractor of the particular project, for instance, compute the value of the property and the land in their own liberty. They have this privilege to dictate as a good engineer, for instance.
Yeah, you're talking about, Ma'am Sally, the reliability of their costing since engineer sila. Pero ako po, usually kasi, di ba, for example, sa Manila, 40,000 per SQM, blah, 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 no? I consider that, pero I still have my research with the area.
Dalawa, hindi pwedeng sa kanila lang yung basis.
Pwede. Oo, kasi unang-una, nagko-construct naman din yan eh. Although they're doing that per SQM or gayon na yung kanilang reliable sila. Pero ako as an appraiser, mag-iikot pa rin ako sa area kung magkano talaga ang bentahan. Okay po? So once again, it has to be an extensive research as an appraiser. Depende nga yan sa'yo eh. How will you be doing your job? And also, how will you connect the dots until you come up with a reasonable, objective market value. Okay? Adrian Magay, please. Thank you, Ma'am Sally.
Thank you, sir.
Adrian Magay, please. Question. Yung mga nakataas na... Walang question. Richard Viteño, you were raising your hand. Still raising your hand up to now. Please learn how to lower your hand if you're not asking. Or you're not reciting, by the way. Okay? Anyone? Walang question? So, naintindihan niyo yung klase ngayon? Sure kayo? O pa-exam ako preliminary exam. Sinasabi ko na po sa inyo, pag nagpa-exam ako, wala sa lecture. O kaya magtanong kayo ngayon. Okay? Magtanong kayo sa mga estudyante ko kung paano po ako magpa-exam. Okay? Anyone? May tanong pa ba? Sabi nung isa, Sir, wala pala sa lecture, hindi na ako makikinig, mag-exam na lang ako. Eh di very good. Okay lang din. Sir Noe, question.
Sir, how about this one? Halimbawa, nakabili ako ng property ngayon, no? So ngayon, ang assessor ngayon, so pumunta ako sa assessor, ang reclassification pa lang ng property is agricultural.
Okay.
Pero after that, nung nabili ko na yon, sa BIR naman, ang computation naman na nila is residential kasi ang cut down nila is 500 square meter.
Yeah, okay. Ganun naman lagi. So anong concern mo?
Bakit hindi magkaparehas, sir?
Okay. Are you asking me kung bakit sila hindi magkaparehas?
Yes, sir.
Can you ask yourself, bakit hindi sila magkaparehas? Tatanungin din kita.
Eh, kaya nga, sir.
'Di ba? Tanungin mo sila kung bakit hindi sila magkaparehang dalawa.
Yun nga po. Eh, ang sabi, pag sinasabihan mo ang BIR, classified naman as agriculture, bakit nyo kino-compute na residential? Yun yung tanong lagi. Sir, ang sabi naman nila daw, sir, nasa area na kasi, ang area na square meter na kasi, pag below 1,000, ang computation na namin is residential na. Yun naman lagi sagot lang. Pero hindi
Okay,
pa
sir.
naman. Yes, sir.
If there's any discrepancy in how they do it, it's their agency's concern. But if you really want to know kung ano talaga ang reasonable classification and value niyan, magpa-appraise ka po. Doon lalabas.
Sige, sir.
Okay? Kasi discrepancy ng agencies yan eh. Okay? Question. May nagtataas ba ng kamay? Sir Richard, please. Nakataas na naman kamay mo, sir. Okay, Sir Sam?
Sir, ang tanong ko po, for instance, may property na gusto kong i-appraise and then for how many years